You say you'll be down in 5. The smell of your perfume is floating down the stairs. You're fixing up your hair like you do. I know that I'll be a mess the second that I see you. You won't be surprised, it happens every time, it's nothing new. It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind, 'cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless.
When Maria asked me to make a speech at her reception, I told her no. I am not comfortable speaking in public. She said, "Mom, you have to do it." So we went back and forth for a while, but here I stand. So you know who won that battle. As we all know, our kids have ways of making us do things we don't want to do. This takes me back to when Maria was 4 years old. We were living in Maryland at the time. We were entering a mall, and at the mall entrance was a man in a wheelchair. The man had no legs. He had a cup in his hand, shaking it, asking for money. I tried to ignore him. But of course, Maria ran straight over to him, in spite of me telling her not to. She asked the man where his legs were. He said he lost his legs due to diabetes. So she circled his wheelchair as if he had hidden them behind it. The man started shaking his cup, asking me for money again. And again, I ignored him and told Maria, "We have to go, come on." She said, "Mom, please give him money." I said, "Maria, come on now." She didn't budge. She just stared at me as if I were a monster. So the next thing I knew, I was going in my purse giving this man money. Again, she made me do something I did not want to do. But that day, she made me a bigger person. And that's when I realized what a huge heart she has. And I wasn't surprised when she told me she wanted to go into the mental health profession. She's always had a special heart in her place for those that are less fortunate. Maria, you've made strides beyond my imagination. I couldn't be more proud of you and your accomplishments. And Kevin, I'm equally as proud of you. I've seen you turn your dream into a mega business in just 2 years. I think the two of you are very lucky to have found each other, and I wish you both a lifetime of happiness.
'Cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless. Yeah, It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind, 'cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless.
Well, Sue, you're a tough act to follow. I am definitely going to try. I want to personally thank you for all your hard work in making this wedding fantastic. It's one of the best I've seen, and I know how much hard work went into it. It sounds like Popo. Yeah, that's him. I'd like to say just, I also want to thank all the guests for coming. It's a little light on Kevin's side, and that's because of the destination and the pandemic. But the people that matter are here, and that's all that matters. I'd like to say just a few words about Kevin. My wife and I have had a special bond with Kevin since birth, and I'm not going to go into it, but he knows why. We're proud of him, all his accomplishments. Kevin's an excellent athlete. Those of you who know him know that he's an avid golfer. But that's not what I'm going to talk about because I had to teach him everything he knows on golf. Tony, I know you're laughing, but don't. Kevin loves baseball during his high school years. And in his junior, senior year, he wasn't playing as much. So I went to the coach, something you never do, and I said to the coach, how come my son's not playing? He said, you ever watch your son go into a dugout? He has a legal size pad, yellow pad, and all he does all game is write song lyrics. It was at that point that my wife and I both realized his passion was music. We sent him to college for music, got his degree, and made an excellent career. However, if you were to say to me, Bruce, what does your son do for a living? I would say music, technology, streaming, and mixing. But he's not on my payroll anymore, so I'm very happy. Maria, you are a welcome addition to the Orsino family. You are bright, you are beautiful, and you are strong. Now, I'm not talking emotionally strong. I'm talking physically strong. Folks, you know how heavy a car seat is. Maria can take a car seat with Mia in it in one arm, in the other arm, 2 beach chairs, and walk to the beach while he follows with his cell phone. Wow. When my wife and I have something heavy to move at home, we don't call one of the Orsino brothers. We call Maria. All right, down to the end. My wife and I raised a son to be kind and loving. We were going to say a good catch, but I knew my daughter would get ill, so we'll just say kind and loving. But the person who's the luckiest here today is Kevin, because he found you. Lastly, my wife and I have been married 48 years. And I want to give those four things so that you two can be married that long. Number 1, Kevin, always leave the toilet seat down. Whenever Maria has a question, here's the answer. Yes, dear. Remember, a happy wife is a happy life. Lastly, and most importantly, love each other every day. Never go to bed angry, and always say, I love you. God bless both of you.
Hi, everyone. For those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Ashley, or probably better known as Ashers, as Maria has always called me. Maria and I have been best friends for nearly 20 years, and wow, what a beautiful few years that has been. For anyone that knows Maria and I, we are the most opposite from one another. Where she is very loud and outgoing, where I'm more quiet and reserved, but this has been the perfect balance for our friendship. Maria, when you first called me back in July of last year, this is where it gets a little, I'm gonna cry. When you first called me in July of last year to share your news that Kevin finally popped the question, we definitely did a little screaming and then cried together over FaceTime. So many emotions flooded my memory. from us first meeting back in the 6th grade to our college extravaganzas and celebrating our 21st birthdays together. I'd say we've become more like sisters over the years. Watching you graduate with your master's degree to becoming a mom, relocating to New Jersey and creating such a beautiful life for yourself and your family has been a true blessing of mine. When you cry, I cry. And when you laugh, everyone tends to laugh. The day you told me about this Kevin guy, of course we talked about the future and all the what ifs, and little did we know at the time that he was going to turn into your person, your lobster. Kevin, thank you so much for taking care of my best friend. The love I've watched you two grow is beautiful, and I'm honored to stand here and share this spectacular day with the both of you and everyone here. If we can all raise our glass for a toast to the newlyweds, I'd like to congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Orsino.
So unfortunately, my dad took my speech, so I have nothing to say. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on one second.
Really?
Yes. I didn't. I was trying to be funny. Again, I just wanted to, same thing, start out by saying thank you for everyone, making it out here. With everything going on in the pandemic, it's been a rough road, but we're all happy you're here. So as everyone knows, I would hope you would know that Kevin is all about Kevin. So it's fitting today that we're all here celebrating Kevin. Fun fact about Kevin, he hates fun. So don't be alarmed in about an hour when he's not here. He's going live. So here's the good part, Maria will still be here. But Kevin will call me and my wife, blaming us that Maria's still out tonight having a good time. That it is our fault. So, on that note, on a good note, Kevin was always a dreamer. When he was growing up, he wanted to be a rapper. There's still an aspiration of his. We, as everyone really understood why, but that was Kevin, and that's what he wanted to do. God. All right, hold on. I can't say enough about how proud I am of Kevin, though, never giving up on his dream. Basically, Kevin, no matter what, was not going to do the 9 to 5, no matter what mom, dad, his brother, his sister told him, he was following his dream. Something I'm very proud I'm very proud of him for. Because, a lot of us take careers and we got to do what we got to do. But this kid fought through when we all questioned, and it's something very admirable about him. I'm sorry. Let's get back to the roasting part. Now we're going to go into Kevin's dating history. Oh, never. I would never do that. So, Kevin has dated a few people in our time. One was about 3'5". Kevin was in high school. She could have passed for an elementary student. So we knew that wasn't going to work. Then Kevin dated somebody who could be in a room with 4 white walls. We knew that wasn't going anywhere. But then there was Maria. And I said, all right, let's see where this is going. And between him and her, I was like, wow, she really is the one. They are both crazy and wrong 95% of the time. I was like, this is a perfect match. On a good note, Maria has taken in me, Aaron, Logan, and Reagan, and has loved every inch of them. And we love Maria so much for it. Me and her will always battle. That will never end. But I couldn't be more proud of the woman that she's become and the wife and mother of her daughter. So I love you so much for that, and I couldn't be more happy for you. Kevin, growing up, we weren't very close, and I wondered if we were ever going to be. Well, I can say that when you moved back from Florida to Jersey, we started that bond. Me and Erin, growing up, my sister Erin, we had a lot of friends, and Kevin didn't. So he always wanted to be around us, be a part of it, and we were hoping that he would find his own niche. Well, we had something in common. We have two crazy kids that love each other. They run around all the time and drive us insane. Kev, we have grown a special bond together over the last few years, and I wouldn't trade it up for anything. Life is very tough, and it's very hard for us to get together. It's hard for us to, spend time together. We golf. We get phone calls on the third hole that we need to come home. That's probably never going to end. But I didn't go deep into it, but me and Kevin really never got along as kids. But now we have such a special bond, and, if I can say one thing about Kevin, I couldn't be more proud of the man that you become. You might still be a selfish guy, but you are really growing on that, and that I truly love about you. You're a great man, a great father, and somebody that I always look up to. I love you more in life.